What up, you bunch of nerds? Welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. Quite frankly, there hasn't been anything interesting with DayZ mods. That's what I typically do. So I've been playing Dune Awakening too much. And I just want to make a quick video showing you my base and just little tidbits on what I think about the game. Not a review, just what I think. Alright, so let's start at the top. Got 4 hangars here. I got an extra ornithopters for the deep desert, so if I lose one, it's no big deal. They're less modified, so to speak. Visitor parking, which is kind of tight with an assault, but it works. My generators up here. A mix of things, actually. Now, these towers, I don't really like how I had to do them different, but I had to fit within my zoning. Build. Kind of bring out the base nice. As you can see, the one tower on the opposite side I showed you first is lower than the rest because it's so close to the building. This is actually another guard tower here where the stairs wrap around. Below here is actually going to be 2 hangars for my harvester and carrier, which is going to happen pretty soon. Technically, already have one. Me and my brother that lives over here, I'm gonna make another video for his base. He's got the harvester and carrier over there. Put materials together to get one. Alright, let's go down here and land. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to my base, function over form, what it looks like. So it's not gonna look as good as some bases, but it's gonna to function better than some of the bases that look better. Trying to keep everything easy to get to. Let's go down here and start from the beginning. Now this is really difficult to build up on a mountain. That's why it's not center. My garage is not center of the building. The way it fit in there, it's not the best. Just got my garage in here. It's not too bad. It's nice that they added these tidbits. A new tread wheel. It's a blast, by the way. Do I use it? Hardly ever. This is the contaminated room. Yes, it's full of generators. I can power my whole base minus 1 death still that I have of 3 with just these alone. I did that purposely so when I take a break from the game, it's easy to keep it running even though I can shut down all my machines. But they're cheaper to power. Less grinding. Alright, before I do the main floor, I'm going to show you the tier 6 areas. By the way, this is where the stairs wrap around to the front. I might as well show you. Why not? This is all just visual. The guards took a break. Nobody's around, of course. My insurance benefits are terrible. Alright. So here's the tier 6 vehicle maker, which is ridiculous. It doesn't need to be this big. Okay. I don't know what their set obsession with tier 6 machines is being big. But hey, whatever. Makes you feel better about yourself. Alright, we skipped this, so going back through here. This is the rest of the tier 6 machines. I don't have the highest spice refinery yet, or I may never. I'm not sure. Yes, I do all mine here at the deep desert because I don't have time to build a freaking base, Goliath base in the deep desert all the time, and I do just fine. I built all of this crap and made it. I'm actually pretty far into tier 6. It's mostly I still got to get some weapons and armor and whatnot. Water. I got 1 million in water. I didn't really want to do that many little ones up there. I know it's crazy. But I had to fit space and I wanted to hit 1 million in water, and even 1 million in water is nothing when you do when you're making blaststone. 3 deathbeds. See, I kind of segregated everything. And yes, I'm unusual. My boxes are typically where it's related to. And it's because before box naming, I could tell you whatever box is without even going up there and looking at it. And I still can. And these are all ores for that beast. Raw up top, refined at the bottom. Lower tier, higher tier. Blaststone's here. See? And this is just overflow materials. Again, Funcom, this was unnecessary. You could have trimmed it down some. I had to build onto my building just to get this beast in here. Yes, I still keep some of the originals because I use them out of convenience. Nothing special here, just schematics, my armors, weapons, tools. Deep desert gear swap box because I'm not wearing this in the deep desert and losing it. Alright, that takes care of the factory floor. This is just extra building materials over here and power, like batteries. Now, this didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted, but it works. Basically over here is HB is Haga Basin, so I keep my Haga Basin ones over here, Soul, Scout, and my deep desert over here. Always got to back up if I get eaten. I haven't yet. I said yet. All I got down here is my deep desert stuff for building the base and my buggy. Temporary base since it's only a week. And let's go up here. Up here is just what we've seen from the sky, nothing special. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can. We'll go up there and see that in a second. This is, so to speak, my living quarters that I never come to, but it's just for looks. Nice dining room area. Bedroom. And living room. I worked hard on the lighting. It's nighttime right now, but I can tell you during the day the lighting is really good. I used windows accordingly to get light in. Now that just goes upstairs. Actually, we'll use this to go up there. hangout area. It is strange how I had to do this because I couldn't get stairs and make it work. But hey, it does work. This is just a guard tower for the protecting my vehicles, you know. I do build things just for looks, but still, this base has function. I can get to everything I want. It's not lost. It's not as confusing. I like it. My next next thing will be a Harkonnen base with my other character. It's going to be a while. But my tidbits on this game. This is not a review, guys. This game has been reviewed so many times, so there's no point in me reviewing it. I just want to give you my thoughts on it. Tier 1 to Tier 5, your gear level, vehicles, all that, is the best part of the game. 100%. Tier 6 is a struggle. Now, it's not easy to get all the stuff you want. Particularly, let's just say the uniques. This ain't even a Tier 6, this is Tier 5. So is this one. I'm still working on getting my Tier 6 weapons. Alright. I even crafted some Tier 6 armor. However, I do have a Tier 6 pincushion here. That's actually going on my melee character. I was running around with light as a gunner, and I liked it better because being able to move around better and whatnot, but survivability in the testing stations in the deep desert just makes it difficult. That's why I went heavy armor. But in any case, so yes, if you ever decide to pick up the game, just expect, depending on the player you are, if you're one that skips a lot of stuff and wants to get to end game and get Tier 5 gear, yes, you can do it in 100 hours ish, but you're missing a lot of the game. If you want to spend your time and knock out, you know, all your contracts, all your journeys, this isn't, you know, this is completed here. Yeah, you know, if you want to finish the game, actually finish it, then yes, 300 hours you'll get out of it. It's kind of a great single player game with multiplayer added to it. I wouldn't consider it a full MMO. It's just short of that. So now if you like PvP, from my understanding, it's still not that great of a PvP game. Don't take my word for that, because I'm not a PvPer by any means, shape, or form. I'm old, and I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to relax, enjoy myself. But that's just my thoughts. As a PvEer, you do have half of a deep desert you go to. You know, in my opinion, they should just make 2 maps, call it a day. Get better rewards on the PvP map, lesser rewards on the PvE map, and harder NPCs on the PvE map, or something like that. Make it where you still gotta earn it in PvE versus PvP. And I know I'm gonna get some comments, you PvPers and PvEers. I'm waiting for it, but I'm just telling you, that's my thought. Make 2 maps. Solves the whole problem. Give PvPers back their full map, and give PvEers a map of their own. You can't force people to play something they're not interested in. Now, would I do PvP if the majority of people were, let's just say, mature and had sportsmanship? Yes. But in today's day and age with players, quite frankly, they're just toxic. I think they're not happy in their real life. and they just want to make everybody else miserable or something. I don't know what it is. They just want to grief you. It's ridiculous. It's childish is what it is, actually. So just take that, with a grain of salt. That's just my thoughts. Do I care what everybody thinks? Nope, not at all. This is what I think. I don't follow people. I'm not a sheep. So I think for myself. Simple as that. So as far as tier 1, tier 5, I said great. Now skills, this part is great in my opinion. You got the 5 classes. You can respec. I just respec. In fact, I gotta respec again. You can respec every 2 days. You can change your build at any given time. I love that. Armor is not class specific, with the exception of the new armors they added. I have one set in here for a trooper. These armors give you bonuses on cooldowns for the skills you're using for that under that class category. But I can put this on any class I want. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, your skill sheet, it affects nothing to do with your armor. Your armor is just chosen based on what class you play. If you're melee, you're probably running light armor, like the pincushion, or lesser because where you are, whatever the case. You just choose the armor based on that. In other words, you have freedom to do what you want. In 2 days, you say, this sucks. You can restart. Not a problem at all. Alright, let me see. As you can see, the map's pretty large. And then your deep desert's a totally separate zone. So this is tier 1 to tier 5. The best part of the game, in my opinion. Tier 6, out in the deep desert's okay, but you can build a base, but it's gone in a week. It's a lot of grinding for spice, and you need parts. Am I still doing it? Yes, because I want to finish the game. But that's just my few tidbits. If you like base building, it's going to be a great game. You like flexibility for classes, going to be a great game for you. You like PvP? Maybe not, because again, from the PvPers, they said it's not that great. Now, they have a update, Chapter 3, which will be is a ways out, that's going to change in-game. Hopefully for the best. We'll see. Alright guys, I know I rambled on, but I appreciate you watching. We'll make another video, probably at my brother's base. I know I didn't make a video for a long time. Just, there was nothing for DayZ mods. I don't know what's going on. Nothing good anyhow. Alright nerds, gotta go. Later.